as a group, we're all very concerned about the individuals that we work with. But the issue of employment isn't a one-sided street. I mean, even if you start your own business, you've got market concerns. You've got to worry, are customers going to buy my product or my service? And certainly if you have a wage relationship with an employer, you're extremely concerned, not just about, are my needs being met as an individual? Am I being supported? Is this a good fit for me? But there's also the other side of the equation, which is the employer perspective. And one of the things I found is that even in the very best effort to bring what we would refer to as quality, evidence-based supported employment to individuals, at times that still has not fully met employer needs. So I'm going to actually try to deal a bit with that side of the issue as a rationale for presenting what I would refer to, and this is kind of bringing a term that's gaining popularity in the States over here. I'm not trying to suggest that you adopt the term, but just to know that it is moving forward in the States, of customized supported employment. So let's get into this, and I hope you'll find it useful. And first, I think it's really important that we give some serious understanding to what we might refer to as the typical arrangement that employees, and indeed people who are job seekers to become an employee, would have with an employer under what we could call the typical relationship. And what's true in both Britain and the United States is that employers, by and large, determine their overall workplace needs through tradition and sometimes through targeted effort, and then based on all the needs that exist in a workplace, usually having those needs addressed by tasks, employers naturally bundle those tasks into job positions or job titles, and often through a written job description that says this is what you're supposed to do. And then businesses will advertise those positions in various ways. Now that differs a little bit between Britain and the States and even other countries, but more than they differ, they're the same. There's different ways of getting the word out that there's a position open. You know, in the most traditional kind of almost the old-time way is just a sign in a window saying help needed, you know, job open. And then when employers expect job seekers to come to them based on this open need, what they typically expect is the whole package. In other words, I've got my expectations that have been bundled into these job descriptions, and as people come to me and say, I would like to work in your company, I would like to have that job, employers expect the whole package. And in fact, it's quite typical for an employer to sort among people who don't have the whole package to try to find those that do. And for many job openings, particularly in a tougher economy, there might be any number of job seekers, all of whom might have the whole package to offer. And now the employer's got quite a luxury. Everybody's qualified. Let me get the very best. And into that scenario, we come representing people who have life complexities and challenges. And we're wanting employment to be a part of that. And the great good idea of supported employment said, basically, in terms of the employment relationship, we're going to bring support to deal with those expectations of employers so that the people we represent will be considered often enough to have a shot at open employment. And some of us in this room have been at this for many, many years, decades now, back to the mid-'80s at least. Others of you are kind of new to the issue, and that's just fine, welcome, you know. So, but during that, mostly what we've thought about would be ways to increase the effectiveness of our supports so that we can meet employer expectations. And at least to some degree. I mean, I think, and I think that will remain probably for all times as a valued effort, that people trying to continually increase the quality of the supports we offer so that the people we represent can be effective in meeting employer needs and having a life, having a meaningful, decent job.